don't think I'll bite you. Hello, buddy.
He's fat. I don't like him.
He's fat and fast. Yogi Clan, welcome back to Yogi Cycle Service. We got some more shop work for you today. Today is a problem that I see is often a common problem with starters. This starter has been acting up. Customer told me it's been acting up. We had issues with the battery on this one. We've replaced the battery. Starter seems like it's been working great until the other day. This bike is a 1995 Harley Softail. It is an Evo engine, Evolution engine. It does have a dry clutch on the other side, which incidentally does need adjustment. Let me tell you, let's start off by saying what the customer said was wrong with the bike. Came to me and said, Yogi, it seems to me that the starter is not working reliably. It's only 1 year old. And it seems like once the bike warms up and it's in 4th gear or 5th gear and you hit it and you go to get in it, he goes, it feels like the clutch is slipping. Two problems. So my thoughts are, okay, let's chase down the starter piece first. Starter piece, first thing I'm going to do is look to make sure all electrical connections are tight, which could cause the starter to misfunction if it's not getting power supply. So we did that. We found problems on the battery. I've replaced the battery. I'm now going to chase the grounds to make sure that the ground is a solid connection. But what I think is going on, what I think is wrong, is in the starter solenoid there's a plunger. When you hit that starter button, that plunger goes down and it makes contact on some brass fittings and brass contacts in there. So I bought a rebuild kit. This is an all balls rebuild kit. It was like $23. You can see in it is a new plunger and they have new brass connections. So that's going to be the first thing that we're going to do on this bike today. This cover is going to have to come off. The starter is under here. I'm probably more than likely going to have to remove the fuel tank, or the oil tank rather, to get this out of here, to be able to work on the starter. So we're going to kind of be playing in this area for a little while, try to replace the guts on the starter. Then we're going to jump to the other side in a separate video, and we're going to do an adjustment on the clutch. We're going to loosen up the cable, adjust the clutch, and this is on a dry clutch on an Evo engine. So we're going to do a little bit of research. Another key tool to working in Yogi Cycle Service is not just tools, but also the iPad. There is so much information, including torque specs, exploded diagrams, and anything. You can make notes on it. Just a very important piece is that tool right there, is using the iPad. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start digging into this. But first, if you are new here, I thank you for coming by and stopping and checking out this video. I'm kind of hoping that since it's an Evo, it's a 95 Evo, I'm kind of hoping Saddle Tramp stops by and checks out this video. And maybe even throws a comment since it's an old bike. It's kind of like up his alley, right? All right, let's dig in. But if you are new here, I appreciate you stopping by. I ask you to mash on that subscribe button. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Check out some of my other videos. If you like them, give them a thumbs up, a comment on them too, if you would. I'd appreciate the comments. Let me know you stopped by. If you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate you stopping back to check out this video. You know, this will apply for a 95 all the way up to 2020 and back before 95. Now I could hear the resistor in the electrical area. When you press on it, you can hear it click. I don't know if it'll do it. Let's go ahead and try to fire this. You got to hear this bike. It sounds sweet. Go ahead and see if we can get this bike to fire and see if we can recreate the problem. I did have this started and idling for about 2 minutes, so it's not a fully cooled off bike. Is that not sick? So you can see there the starter functioned just fine, but I have a feeling that some of these, when this gets hot, something's going on in there, because when it gets hot, it doesn't, you push the button and it does, you just hear a click. Nothing happens. So I'm gonna check out this area first, since it's cheap and easy. All right, important thing to note, here is his ground. Paint is ground off around that ground, and it's rock solid. So grounding is not the issue. There's access to the starter, and that is solid too. What we're going for is right there. Take this cover off, and everything should be inside there. Problem is, one of the screws is right here, and the other one's on top. The one on the top we can get to from down the oil tank, but this one right here is very difficult to do without taking the starter out. I will say thank you, Chuck, for leaving your 1/4-inch stuff at the house. Appreciate. The battery's disconnected. We should be good to go. With the cover off, there's your plunger. It's got some corrosion on it. I've seen a whole lot worse though. Let's look up in there with a flashlight. So there's the 2 contacts. One down here on the bottom, one up there on the top. You touch those 2 contacts together, boom, she fires. That's why some people, for instance, this is Miss Piggy. If you notice, right here is a button. You can push in on that button and get her to fire. Let me show you as an example. So in this All Balls kit comes one sweet All Balls sticker, new gaskets, new O-rings, multiple different tabs, nuts and washers, and a new plunger. So let's compare plungers, shall we? Existing, new. Look how, man, that thing is like rough and scratched up. That thing is nice and fresh. So in order to properly get this starter out, make this job a whole lot easier, we're gonna pull off the back end so we can get this oil tank out and dig on in deeper. And right there is the pieces we're going to now replace. All right, that looks to be the same. Pin is in. There is the old one. New one. A new plastic on. New O-ring on. New nut on. This on to connect our starter to the solenoid. We're going to go ahead and put a new nut and lock washer on there. Put this rubber boot back on. Now on this side, remember we have our old plunger. Put that new plunger down in there, and that should make nice new, look at that. Look at those contacts in there. Doesn't that look awesome? You can see when that plunger pushes in, that starter shaft engages. Pull this one out. Put a new one in. And there we go. Selenoid is now rebuilt. All we need to do is put this back in, plug in that connection there, plug in that connection there, and fire it up and see what happens. After we finish pulling out this tank, put the starter in, put the rear wheel back on, we'll be back after that. All right, Yogi Clan, we got the starter done. The oil tank is back installed with the cover on. Starter shaft is reassembled. Tank is back on, just needs a bath. So let's see how the starter works, shall we? So there you go. Starter looks like it works awesome. We are fixed. So I'm thankful we got that taken care of. Let's go ahead, we'll end this video and we'll continue on with another video on how to adjust the clutch on this bike, a 95 Softail Evolution engine. Thank you for joining Yogi Clan. I appreciate you watching, and I hope it's a whole lot easier to pull a starter off on a touring model bike than it is a Softail. That tank is a pain, and you do have to get it out of the way. And I found the easiest way to get that tank out is to take off the rear wheel, take off the mud flap, and then you got access to remove the bolts in the back. And then on a twin cam, the bolts, 2 bolts up here, up top, holding it on. On an Evo, it's down here on a bracket. And then you can pull that off. Both bolts go through like this, kind of like a gate on a fence, so you can pull the tank out this way. Not too hard. These are soft oil lines, so I did not have to remove the oil lines. And yeah, it went on and off pretty well. Just took some time. Took some patience. But it's much easier to change out these contacts if you take that starter out. And the easiest way to do it, like I said, is to pull off the rear wheel and go through it, get that oil tank out, and you got wide open access to the starter. All right, Yogi, again, thank you for joining. I hope you have a wonderful week or a wonderful weekend, whatever you're getting into, and I'll catch you on the next video. All right, y'all. Peace.